Hi everybody, this is Crunch. Just bringing you a quick video about how to make paracord bracelets. This is actually just going to be a cobra weave. So what we're going to do in order to make this survival bracelet, it's using 550-pound nylon braided cord with 7 inner strings, is to take about 8, 9, or 10 feet of this paracord and have a couple of clips. So you're going to take a clip that you would just use to connect. You're going to take your cord, slide it up through one end here. Okay, just like this, with one end of that pointing down. Just pull out some cord. Then you're going to take that same end, okay, stick it through the part slanting down until you have this loop just like this. So this is what it's going to look like so far. I'm going to even out the rope. It's about 10 feet, so it does take a second to even that out. So and later at that point you're going to have this, and this is what it's going to look like. Okay. So then after that, once it's all even, and this is what you have left, and this is what it's going to look like. You go through the loop, grab the 2 cords, pull it through. Okay, this is what it's going to look like so far. You just pull on the 2 loose ends that you pulled through, and it's going to close up, look like this. And that's what it's going to be so far. Okay, not too difficult. Then you're going to take the other ends down here. You're going to take the other end of the clip. Okay. Depending on the type of clip, it may come with 1 slot here or 2 slots. If you have one that only takes 1, it's not a problem. You just take both ends and slide it through the top of that slot. Okay. Once one's through, you just take the other one and slide that through. And then you're going to have both your cords through there, through that slot. You pull it all the way down to meet back up with the other end of your cord. Okay. So then at this point, what you're going to do is want to measure out how long you want your paracord bracelet to be. So what you can do is just clip them together, just like a normal clip. Just pull out some slack for yourself. Put your wrist into the bracelet. Get rid of some of that slack. There you go. That's how much you want to have on there. Okay, go ahead and release. And then this is how long it's going to be. And then at this point, since you've got both ends, you take the end that clips into the other end, this one right here, and you just have it point facing down. Okay? And what you do is you're going to have the left side, and you're going to have, well, I guess that's the left side and this is the right side. Okay, so at this point, all you're going to do is loop one end over the front, so it looks like this. You got that other end, and you're going to take this left end, put it over the top front of that cord that you just slid in front, and you're going to take the bottom here, and you're going to put it behind the 2, and you're going to slide it into the hole from the other one. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. You just pull the cords together. Make sure you just get it underneath there, so otherwise it might just be in the wrong place. Pull up tight. And then this is what it's going to look like so far. Okay. Then you do the exact same thing. You take this side, loop it, and then put it in front of the two strings hanging down. Okay. Take this other side, put it in front of that other cord, slide it behind the two cords, and bring it through that hole. Okay. Then you just pull it tight. So what ends up happening is you have now done it twice, and this is what it looks like at this point. So then you just do it again. You loop it on the right hand side, take this side over that cord that you brought across, go behind it, take it through the hole, pull it through, and then pull it tight. So at this point you can kind of start to see the pattern, but just to make sure you understand, let's just do it one more time. Loop the front, go over on that side that you came over, go behind the two, through the hole. Okay, take both strings and just pull it tight. And this is actually just a fun little thing that you can do. You may be able to sell a few of these things. The 550 Paracord costs for about 50 feet is about $4. So the clips themselves, depending on where you go and what type that you get, can cost anywhere from like 30 of them for a couple bucks, or like 5 for like $4. They're metal D-link type of connectors that may be more expensive. You may not be able to find them as easily, but they do have other attributes that you may want to use those for. So then you just go ahead and continue this. Just make sure that once you start getting a good amount of this rope going, that you take the ends and you pull it tight towards the clip here, because you get little gaps, and then at the end when you're about thinking that you're done and that you're out of room, you can actually pull it and then you get a whole bunch of room left. So yeah, just make sure you go ahead and pull it tight as often as you can. Pull it pretty tight when you're pulling the rope over here, and that's about it. And at the end, once you make it all the way down to this end, so you're going to have it wrapped up all around here. So at the very end, when you have that little piece sticking out from one side and the other, just take some scissors and cut it, and then the rope itself is going to end up looking like this, with that white, the inner strands. So what you'll do is you just take a lighter and then light this part right here. And you can take the end of the lighter or the side of the lighter and just push it down. And what I've noticed is that if you press it like into one of those little edges right there, it'll flatten it out, and it makes it difficult even if you were to if you were wearing it a lot, the bracelet a lot, it would make it difficult for this part, because this is essentially what's holding it over. One of these side loops is what's holding it down. So if you flatten out one of the ends just a little bit flatter and make it wider than one of these little loops, it'll make it really difficult for it to come out accidentally, and of course that's what you're shooting for. So alright everybody, thank you for watching. Just one more thing just to let you all know. You can buy these pre-made at places like Cabela's for about $10–12, and you can actually with the materials, it'll end up costing you like $10, and you can make like 5 or 6 of these things. So you can actually try to sell them, or you can just make them for your friends and family, and you won't really lose any money. So it's just a nice thing that you can do. It's potentially helpful if you ever needed to tie anything down or tie anybody up or anything like that. So it's just a good little tool that you can use. Alright everybody, thank you very much. Have a nice day.